Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Gandharika Giridhari Gaura Hari, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Ananta Devi, Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Ananta Devi, Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga. Jaya श्री श्री गंधर्व के गिरिधार श्रीमन महाप्रभु की, श्री श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह अनंत देव की, श्री श्री निताय गौरांग की, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंद। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अबद्धेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीर्उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, 8th chapter, verse number 21. Second canto, 8th chapter, verse number 21. 2.8.21. The remote is there. Sahil bro, can you call Rasheshwar? Can you call Rasheshwar? क्या चाहिए बुक ले लेना नहीं उनको डिस्प्ले करना है HDMI 1 లో ఉంది 2 లో Second chapter, 8th canto, text number 21. Samplavah sarvabhutanam Samplavah sarvabhutanam Vikramah pratisankaramah Vikramah pratisankaramah Ishtapurtasya kamyanam Ishtapurtasya kamyanam Trivargasya chayo vidhi Trivargasya chayo vidhi Samplavah sarvabhutanam Samplavah sarvabhutanam Vikramah pratisankramah Vikramah pratisankramah Ishtapurtasya kamyanam Ishtapurtasya kamyanam Trivargasya chayo vidhi Trivargasya chayo vidhi Samplavah sarvabhutanam Vikramana pratisankramah Ishtapurtasya kamyanam Trivargasya chayo vidhi Trivargasya chayo vidhi Prabhu. Samplavah sarvabhutanam Vikramah pratisankramah Ishtapurtasya kamyanam Trivargasya chayo vidhi Samplavaha sarvabhutanam Vikramaha pratisankramaha Ishtapurtasya kamyanam Trivargasya chayo vidhi. Mataji. Samplavaha sarvabhutanam Vikramaha pratisankramaha Ishtapurtasya kamyanam Trivargasya chayo vidhi. Samplavaha sarvabhutanam Vikramaha pratisankramaha Ishtapurtasya kamyanam Trivargasya chayo vidhi. Samplavaha sarvabhutanam Vikramaha pratisankramaha Ishtapurtasya kamyanam Trivargasya chayo vidhi. So word to word translation. Samplavaha, the perfect means or complete devastation. Sarva Bhutanam, of all living entities. Vikramaha, specific power or situation. Pratisankramaha, ultimate destruction. Ishta, performance of Vedic rituals. Purtasya, pious acts in terms of religion. Kamyanam, rituals for economic development. Trivargasya, three means of religion, economic development and sense satisfaction. Cha, also. Yeah, whatsoever. Vidhi, procedures. Translation. Please explain unto me. Translation and Prabhupada has given us A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Please explain unto me how the living beings are generated, how they are maintained, and how they are annihilated. Tell me also of the advantages and disadvantages of discharging devotional service unto the Lord. What are the Vedic rituals and injunctions of the supplementary Vedic rites, and what are the procedures of religion? Economic development and sense satisfaction. Purport. Samplavaha, in the sense of the perfect means, is employed to denote the discharging of devotional service, and Pratisamplavaha means just the opposite, or which destroys the progress of devotional service. One is firmly situated in the devotional service of the Lord can easily execute the function of conditional life. Living the conditional life is just like playing a boat in the middle of the ocean. One is completely at the mercy of the ocean, and at every moment there is every chance of being drowned in the ocean by the slight agitation. If the atmosphere is all right, the boat can fly very easily, undoubtedly. But if there are some storm, fog, wind, or cloud, there is very possibility of being drowned in the ocean. No one can control the whims of the ocean. However, one may be materially well equipped. One who has crossed the oceans by ships may have sufficient experience of such dependence of the mercy of the ocean. But one can fly over the ocean of material existence by the grace of the Lord very easily, without any storm of fog. It all depends on the will of the Lord. No one can help if there is some unfortunate danger in the state of conditional life. The devotees of the Lord, however, cross the ocean of material existence without anxiety, because of a pure devotee is always protected by the Lord. The Lord gives special attention to his devotees and their activities within material conditional life. Therefore, everyone should take the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord and be a pure devotee of the Lord by all means. One should know, therefore, for the expert spiritual master, the advantages of Disadvantage of discharging devotional service. Just like Maharaj Parikshit and his spiritual master Srila Sukadeva Goswami, according to Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, the signs of devotional service: one should not eat more than the required to maintain bodily and soul together. Vegetables, diets, and milk are sufficient for maintenance of the human body. Therefore, one has no need to eat anything more or satisfy the palate. One should also not accumulate money to become puffed up in the material world. One should earn his livelihood easily and honestly. For it is better to become a coolie for an honest livelihood than to become a great man in the society by hook and crook. There is no harm if one becomes the richest man in the world by honest dealings, but one should not sacrifice the honest means of livelihood simply by the accumulate wealth, simply to accumulate wealth. Such an endeavor is harmful to devotional service. One should not talk nonsense. A devotee's business is to earn the favor of the Lord. Therefore, a devotee should always glorify the Lord in his wonderful creations. The wonderful creations. A devotee should not decry the creation of the Lord, defying him by saying that he has created a false world. The world is not false. Factually, we have to take so many things from the world for our maintenance. So how we can say that the world is false? Similarly, how can one think of the Lord as being without form? How can one become formless and at the same time have all intelligence and consciousness and direct and indirect? So there are many things of for a pure devotee to learn, and he should learn them perfectly from a bona fide personality like Sukadeva Goswami. The favorable condition for discharging devotional service are that one should be very enthusiastic in serving the Lord. The Lord in his form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted the cloud of devotional service to the Lord to be preached all over the world, in every nook and corner, and therefore a pure devotee's duty is to discharge this order as far as possible. Every devotee should be very enthusiastic, not only in performing his daily rituals of devotional service, but trying to preach the cult peacefully by following the footsteps of Lord Chaitanya. If he is not superficially successful in such an attempt, he should not be deterred from the discharge of his duty. Success or failure has no meaning of a pure devotee because he is a soldier in the field. Preaching the cult of devotional service is something like declaring war against the materialistic life. There are different kinds of materialists, such as the fruitive workers, the mental speculators, the mystic jugglers, and so many others. All of them are against the existence of the Godhead. They would declare that they are themselves God, although in every step and in every action they are dependent on the mercy of the Lord. Therefore, a pure devotee may not associate with such gangs of atheists. A strong devotee of Lord will not be misled by any atheistic propaganda of non-devotees, but a neophyte devotee should be very cautious about them. A devotee should see that to the right discharge of devotional service under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master should not stick only to the formalities. Under the direction of the bona fide spiritual master, one should see how much service is being executed, not simply in the matter of rituals. A devotee should not anchor after anything, but he should be satisfied with things that may automatically come to him by the will of the Lord. That should be the principle of the devotional life. All these principles are easily learned under the guidance of spiritual master like Sri Sukadeva Goswami. Maharaj Parikshit inquired from Sukadeva correctly, and one should follow his example. Maharaj Parikshit inquired about the process of creation, maintenance, and destruction of the material world. The process of Vedic rituals has method of the executing pious activities in the trunk of supplementary Vedas like Puranas and Mahabharata. As explained before, Mahabharata is the history of ancient India and are also the Puranas. Pious acts are prescribed in the supplementary Vedas Smritis, which specifically mention the digging tanks and wells for the water supply of the people in general, to plant trees on the public roads, to construct public temples and places of worship of God, to establish the places of charity where the poor districts can be provided with footstep, and similar activities are called Uttha. Similarly, the process of fulfilling the natural desires of sense gratification are also inquired about the king for the benefit of all concerned. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवान् च श्रीरूपान् साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी ऋषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Before the class starts, Boga came. We will have short class today, but the shloka is very, very beautiful. All of you heard the purport? Whole Bhagavad Gita is in this shloka. All the chapters are covered. Starting from the first chapter till 18th chapter, all the chapters are covered in this shloka. And nice garlands. Our Padma Krishna Mataji and team, so they made very nice garlands for the lordships. Very unique way of making garlands. We can use vegetables and fruits also for making garlands. Nice. So that Krishna and Prabhupada will be pleased. So in this chapter, Parikshit Maharaj started asking questions to Sukadeva Goswami. So in that flow, this is one of the questions that he asks Sukadeva Goswami, that about the creation. How the universes and how the living beings are created and how they are maintained and how they are annihilated. This we can see in the second chapter also about the creation. So Narada asks Brahma about the creation, the same question. Because Narada thought, oh, Brahma is the only creator, that he created all these universes and material worlds. He created all the living beings. This is what Narada was thinking. And what is the real fact is that Brahma told, I am the secondary creator, not the primary creator. Primary creator is the Lord, Krishna. He made all the arrangements for the creation, how creation should be done, and in what way it should be done. Everything is set, made it ready, and then hand over to me to make creation. Because when Brahma was appeared from the navel of the Lord, so he doesn't know what to do. So after our graduation, when we join a software company, there's nothing to do with what we had learned in engineering. We don't know what to do in the software company. So before that, what they'll do? They'll do training. And they'll train us for 3 months or 6 months, and then they'll tell what work we need to do. In the same way, Brahma doesn't know what to do, how to do creation. He doesn't know about the creation. how to create the living beings, how to create the living entities, birds, flowers, trees, everything. So then Brahma was requesting Lord, how okay, I appeared by your no mercy, I got no birth. Then now how what should I do? How I should create? Then Lord tells you meditate on me. You meditate on me, then you'll come to know what work you need to do. Then Brahma started meditating on the Lord. Then in that meditation, Lord transfers his transcendental knowledge to the Brahma so that he'll come to know what the creation is and how to start the secondary creation. In the same way here, that's what Brahma tells to Narada in the second chapter, that I am not the creator, I also have father. So he who created me and he who assigned this task to me, I'm just doing. And the same way here, Parikshit Maharaj is also asking Sukadeva Goswami, so I need to know how living beings are created. Because Parikshit Maharaj doesn't know, we cannot see the presence of Parikshit Maharaj in the previous chapters. So now he started asking questions to Sukadeva Goswami. And now he's asking what is a creation. And the second question he asks, what are the advantages and disadvantages of discharging devotional service? We all know there are many advantages in discharging devotional service, right? We come here to temple and do all the services. Nice, we are happy. We do kirtan, we are happy. We serve prasadam, we are happy. We make garlands, we are happy. We preach Bhagavad Gita and we are happy. We preach Srimad Bhagavatam, we are happy. All these are advantages. Is there any disadvantage of discharging devotional service? This is a question. Any disadvantage of discharging devotional service? That is a disadvantage. Any disadvantage? Means, disadvantage means, if you do devotional service, you are sad that you are losing something. You are very sad. Oh, if I do service, if I do bhakti, this is going. Is there anything like that? The only disadvantage of devotional service is, once we start doing devotional service, we cannot leave it. We cannot leave it. That is the only disadvantage of devotional service. Because we become so much attached to the devotees, we become so attached to their lordships, we become so attached to the philosophy of the Lord, we cannot leave it so easily. That is the only disadvantage. So here, samplavaha. So Prabhupada is telling the samplavaha means perfect means, that is employed to denote the devotional service. Means which is very much favorable and progressful to our devotional service. Very much favorable. And pratisamplavaha means which is opposite, that which destroys the progress of devotional service. That's why in Bhagavad Gita, many times Krishna states that what is the importance of association. He also tells anukulasya sankalpa pratikulasya vachana. That shloka is very much required in this verse, because here about it is there about the material ocean and how Lord protects. the devotees in this material world. Of course, when we go to spiritual world, we are always protected. No fear. There is no word called fear in the spiritual world. But in this material world, we come across with many problems, many fearful situations, and that protection of the Lord is required. Right? When we go out, when we take bike or car, when we leave, we start chanting Namaste Narasimhaya. We start, right? Hare Krishna. So not only the devotees, even non-devotees, when they go out, before going, what they do? They pray to the Lord. Oh, our journey should be safe. So everyone has fear in this material world. Everyone has fear. Hare Krishna. So everyone has fear in this material world. Because that is the nature. All living entities have this nature. And this is a major problem in the material world. Ahara, Nidra, Bhayamaitunam. Bhaya is there. Everyone. What the other person will do for me. He harms me. Even not only even the human beings, even animals have their own fear. So, in this same way, Lord protects his devotees in this material world, undoubtedly. Undoubtedly. As Lord protected Prahlad Maharaj, as Lord protected Draupadi, so he always protects his devotees undoubtedly. The only thing is how much faith we have on him. There are the steps of faith that we develop towards Lord. The stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. So in the first stage, we accept that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but we will not have complete faith. And in the second stage, we know, we read scriptures, everything, we'll have little faith, not completely. And the third one is one who has a complete faith. Did anyone read this types, these statements in any of the Prabhupada books? Any of the? Yes, very good. Nectar of Devotion. Which chapter? Third chapter. First class devotee, second class devotee, third class devotee. Read this. It's very third chapter, I guess. So very beautifully, Rupa Goswami gave and Prabhupada translated it very nicely. How a first class devotee will be there? How a second class devotee will be there? How a third class devotee will be there? So to get faith, what we need to do? What we need to do to get faith? If someone is there going on the road, I have 1 lakh rupees in my hand. I go to him. Excuse me, keep this amount with you. I'll collect it after 1 month. Will you all give like this? The person who is going on the road? And if you give the same amount to your family members, keep this with you, I'll take later. Will you give? So, There are two different cases where we doesn't give to one person and we give to other person. Why like that? Why like that? There is no faith. How we have faith on our own family members?
You know them very well.
You know them. You know about them. You know how faithful they are to you and how faithful you are to them, you to them. So like that you will give. The same way, when you want to develop faith on the Lord, you should know about Him. When you know the importance, or when you know the greatness of the Lord, then you'll have faith. You know how Lord manifests, how Lord take incarnations, how Lord protects His devotees, how Lord helps His devotees, how Lord loves His devotees, how Lord becomes a servant of His devotees. When you hear all this, you'll come to conclusion that yes, Lord is very merciful. So this is how the faith develops in the heart. Once faith is developed, what happened? What is the next process? You'll get respect on that person. When you have faith on one person, the second step is you'll get respect on that person. You'll respect him. And when respect becomes more and more and more and more, it becomes a surrenderness. So first one is, first one should to get faith, what we need to do? We need to know about that person. We need to know about that personality. Okay, once we know who is he, what are his opulences, what is his greatness, everything we know. Now what comes? We have a complete faith on him. Now, again is respect. So we respect him. We respect his words, we respect his way of living, we respect his everything. When the respect becomes more and more and more and more, what happens? It converts to surrenderness. You need to, if you want to know about the Lord, what you need to do? How to know about the Lord? Google it. Who is Krishna? Now, the modern guru is Google. Modern guru. You can do Vas Puja also. He's teaching everything. Whole world is in our hand. We can search anything. But there is a process called hearing. There's a process called hearing. Why hearing is so important is we're directly connected to heart. That's why we have very beautiful topic in Bhagavad Gita called Praman. There are 3 types of Pramans. What are 3 types of Pramans? From first, the order. Pratyaksha Praman, Anumana Praman, Shabda Praman. So Pratyaksha Praman means what you see, you believe. Pratyakshavaagi kandaru pramanisi nodu. Kannada. So what you see, you believe. And Anumana Praman is, you think that is correct, but that is wrong. That is totally wrong, and you speculate yourself. For both this, so there's a beautiful example in Gita Sara. How many of you know this example in Gita Sara? of Pratyaksha Praman and Anuman Praman? Doctor and a person going on the road. So there is three doctors, a neurologist, an orthopedician, and a cardiologist. So all the three doctors are on the road and they are standing on the road, and one person is dragging his leg and walking. How is walking? Dragging his leg and walking as if someone sees maybe his leg has some problem. So all these three doctors see him. And the cardiologist tells, see, that person has some heart problem because he is a cardiologist. He tells he has some heart problem so that he is unable to walk properly. Then the neurologist tells, no, he has some nerve problem. So now the nerves, no circulation is not correct and some problem, maybe the nerve twisting or something. So he are unable to walk properly. And orthopedician tells, no, his leg may be fractured. So he is walking like that. And the discussion was going on. Another person comes and asks, okay, you yourself are assuming something, and by saying, we'll ask that person only. We will call him and ask him what is his problem. Then he calls that person who is dragging his leg and walking, and he calls and asks him, what is your problem? Why you are walking like that? That person tells, while walking, my slipper torn. So I cannot pick it in hand and walk, so I am dragging it. So this is Pratyaksha Praman. And Anuman Praman also very beautiful. One more example, Mirage example in the desert. In the desert, you see there is some water. You feel like there is some water. But when you go there, you'll get juice. Nothing is there. So this is Anuman Praman. And the third one is Shabda Praman. So hearing the correct, proper Shastra. So Shastra also, it is not that something may be there in Shastra, so we should not read. The Shastra is a perfect knowledge that one person has to get in his life to make his life perfect. Because here Shastra is compared to mother. So mother never cheats their children. So Shastra never teaches. It's the words of Lord. Shastras are the words of the Lord is always correct. So when we read and hear it from the bona fide personality, then it has the effect on our heart, the transformation on our heart. See, Prabhupada went to America, the age of 70. How he could make disciples there? Just by hearing Prabhupada lectures, they all become devotees. Just by hearing, Prabhupada, they all convinced, because Prabhupada did not go out of the box, out of the Shastras. When we are strict to Shastras, whatever you tell, people will get convinced. And when you speculate yourself, you yourself cannot have faith on that. That's why whenever we are preaching someone, or whenever we are giving a class, or whenever you are preparing for the class and you are telling something or preaching something, try to stick on to the Shastras. So here Prabhupada gives one example of ocean and the boat. So it is told that in the previous ages, whenever they used to travel on the boat, before starting they used to pray to the Varunadev, so that our journey would be very nice, and successful. Because only if the water, that's what Prabhupada tells, only by the mercy of the ocean the boat can cross the or reaches its destination. If many thunderstorms or fog, everything is there, but the boat cannot move. The same way, here in the ocean of material world, we ourselves cannot move by by our own thing. We should have the mercy of the Lord. We should have the mercy of the Guru. Then we can aram se cross this ocean of material world. So they are so fortunate. Overall, have the mercy of the Lord. They are so fortunate. They are pure devotees. Once in a morning walk, one of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada asks, Prabhupada, how many pure devotees are there on this planet? How many pure devotees are present on this planet? What are your answers? Just tell, what is your answers? How many pure devotees are there on this material world, on this planet now? Okay, disciples of Prabhupada. Then
Few other sampradayas, authorized sampradayas.
so many started telling to Prabhupada. They were all very curious. What would be the answer of Srila Prabhupada? Someone thought, okay, Srila Prabhupada will tell that all the acharyas are the pure devotees who are present. And someone assumed that all the yogis who are staying in the caves, Himalayas, they are all present in the. And someone thought only Srila Prabhupada is a pure devotee. And they are all very curious to know the statement of Prabhupada. And Prabhupada's answer was extraordinary. Prabhupada turned to another devotee and asked, you know how many devotees are there in ISKCON? You know how many devotees are there in ISKCON?
10 million?
The same kind of number the devotee told to Prabhupada. And Prabhupada told that many pure devotees are there on this planet.
We are not qualified for people.
Because that is a mercy of Guru. That is a mercy of Prabhupada. I am not even qualified to sit on this Vyasasana and speak of Srimad Bhagavatam. I am not qualified to do deity worship. I am not qualified to cook for Krishna, serve for Krishna. I am not qualified to do anything. But even though I am doing it is a mercy of Guru and Krishna. That's why we are so fortunate. Brahmande Brahmate Kone Bhagyavana Jeev, Guru Krishna Prasade Hoy Bhaktilata. Who has the mercy of Guru and Krishna are the fortunate souls on this planet. And that's why you're all here. Without mercy, no one can come here and sit and hear Srimad Bhagavatam. The same way, if we have mercy of the Lord on us, we can just cross this material ocean like anything. You can cross the birth and death. You can cross the old age. You can cross the disease. You can cross sleeping, eating, mating, defending. Everything you can cross and you are totally free. Because whenever parents know that the kid doesn't know that work, even though he doesn't know, parents leave some liberty, give some liberty for them to learn, right? So, because when a small boy, when he is around 8, 9, 10 years or 12 years, he don't know how to deal with the money. And Prabhupada was very strict on money. Prabhupada doesn't want even to waste a single paisa of Krishna's money. He was very strict on accounts. Every rupee that you spent in Krishna consciousness in the service of Lord, the temple money should be accounted. Once Prabhupada sent one of his disciples to bring some vegetables. He went to the market and purchased vegetables, and he took the change. But 1 rupee was not there. So, okay, only 1 rupee, right? So, I'll leave. He left it for the shopkeeper and came. And Prabhupada asked, what did you get and how much it costs? And he told Prabhupada, this is what, and this is what happened. Prabhupada asked, where is that 1 rupee? And the disciple told, oh, Prabhupada is just 1 rupee. He doesn't had a change, so I did not care for it. So it's just 1 rupee. So Prabhupada told, if you bring that 1 rupee, you have prasadam and you stay in temple, or else you can leave. If you bring that 1 rupee, you can stay here and take prasadam, or else you can leave. So he was very, very, very much strict on accounting. So when small childs are there, we give them money and we send them to the shop, you get something. Why? Even though he has the half of knowledge about that money, we send him because to learn. Because we are showing some mercy on him. Okay, let him learn, let him learn, let him learn. So in the same way, Guru and Krishna, even though we are not qualified to do the devotional service, they are giving. Why we are not qualified? Why we are not qualified to do devotional service? Because we are people of Kali Yuga. And people of Kali Yuga has many defects. Many defects are there for the people of Kali Yuga. That's why we are not eligible to do this devotional service. Even though we are not anything, so much we are doing today is only by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. That's why here, one who has crossed the oceans by the ship may have sufficient experience of such dependence upon the ocean of the Lord, or ocean of mercy of the ocean. But one can fly over the ocean of material existence by the grace of the Lord very easily. Even one grace means one glance of the Lord is enough to come out. One glance of a pure devotee is enough to come out of this material world. You know how powerful the glance of the Lord is? When in Yamuna river, when Kaliya was there, when Krishna's friends drank that water and they died, literally they died. And Krishna heard this news and he came to that place. Just he saw all the boys who were died, just he saw once. They all came back to their life again. Many devotees in ISKCON in the times of 1960s or 70s, they become devotees just by the glance of Prabhupada. Just by the glance of Prabhupada. So merciful glance. See how fortunate we are. So in the next topic, they are telling one should know, therefore, from expert spiritual master, the advantages and disadvantages of discharging devotional service. One should not eat more than he requires to maintain body and soul together. Which chapter? Bhagavad Gita? One should not eat more than he requires to maintain body and the soul. 15th chapter. 15th chapter. Because our body is sustained as a for a limited income, no, whatever we take, consumption, limited consumption, not for over consumption, because our body cannot handle that. So that's why one should not accumulate more than eating, more than whatever is required. Vegetables, diet, and milk are sufficient. So vegetable diets and milk are sufficient for maintenance of the human body. Shri Gandhar Kabir Shivan Mahaprabhu ki jai. So Shastras is telling how to live a life, how to lead a life, how to have our own lifestyle, how to have a healthy life, everything. We give lakhs and lakhs rupees of that for the trainers, for that person, this person, for everyone, but we don't have faith on Shastras. We don't believe that, okay, Shastras can help us to become a very successful person. Success means not accumulating wealth and becoming rich. That is not success in life. Success means at the end of the day you should peacefully sleep, hoping for better the next day. That is the success of life. We are thanking Krishna and for each and every day for giving extra time us to do devotional service, because we don't have that much time. We don't have 1,000 years to live and to do bhakti aram say, okay, today I'll chant, tomorrow I'll read, day after tomorrow I'll hear. No, there is no time. Because we are alpa-ayushi. Kali Yuga people are alpa-ayushi. They have very less lifetime. Very less lifetime. And in that we have many diseases that stop us doing the devotional service. Our body is itself a dump yard where we cannot even if some problems comes, we cannot even chant, we cannot even come to temple. From yesterday night I am getting very severe back pain. I was unable to wake up, and it's very, very painful. It is just a back pain, and many are suffering with many other problems. Some has cancer, some has typhoid, some has arthritis, some has that, this, all, some has diabetes. From the time we get, from childhood, we are very busy in taking care of our body. Even though we take so much care of our body, but our body doesn't support. And disease will not tell and come. Okay, next week I'll come. So typhoid will not tell next week I come, you'll be ready. No, can come anytime. So we don't know. Our body is not supporting, our mind is not supporting, our senses is not supporting, our environment is not supporting, our family is not supporting, kids are not supporting, parents are not supporting. Then how we can do devotional service? How we can do devotional service? For that, we need to have the mercy of the Lord. That's why we need to take the healthy food for a healthy lifestyle, for a healthy body, which suits for us. It's told that one man's food is another man's poison. One man's food is another person's poison. What your body accepts, what your body is adjusted to, you should have that. Not what other living entities eat and I also eat. That your body doesn't accept. Then what happens if you forcefully put inside? It damages your system. So very careful, we should be very careful what we need to eat, because nothing is natural. Whatever we are eating is nothing is natural. Who are in villages, very rural areas, they are very happy, they are very lucky, and they are very fortunate to have very natural things and foods. Even my grandfather don't have back pain, I have back pain. Why that happens? Because we are not taking care of our body. If body is good, mind supports. If mind is good, our senses supports. Then we can contribute our service to the Lord. Or else we'll just be like a patient, not doing any service. No. Every time patient. That happens. You see someone, half of the month they'll be in hospital only. One of my relatives, so he always used to go to hospital. And how, if he has one problem, when he goes in front of the doctor, he will be telling, when I go in front of the doctor, automatically I'll speak 100 problems. I have only one problem, but I'll tell him 100 problems. If I have only headache, I'll tell him headaches, body pains, fever, vomiting, everything. What he does, he gives tablet for all. So he used to, that one of my relatives, he always used to go to hospital. At least weekly once he used to go to hospital. So why people are, because they are not taking care of their body, they don't see, not even thinking before eating, is this suits to my body or not? They are not even thinking. We are not able to digest our own fat content. We are not able to digest our own fat content, and we are eating another living entity's fat. So how our body accepts it? It doesn't accept. Okay, if you are forcefully putting again and again and again and again, your whole system will be damaged. Then there is no, at the time, then you cannot even after realizing also you cannot do anything. So if you want to do bhakti very peacefully, very happily, very healthily, take care of your body very nicely. Health is the first priority, not a chanting, not service, first health. If your health is good, you can do any service, you can do anything in the temple. Your health is not good, even if you cannot chant on the beats. Take care of your health very nicely. Eat sattvic food. Why we stress more on sattvic food? Sattvic food, no onion, no garlic. Why we stress? Because to keep your mind, body, senses healthy. Then you can peacefully do devotional service. Damaging all and everything and sitting and saying, I am not able to do service, I am not able to go to temple, I am not able to preach, nothing happens from me, I am a loser, nothing is happening, I am unable to preach, I am unable to take bhakti riksha. Why all this happens? Because your body is not supporting for that. So for that's why we need to be very healthy. Then it is told, one should not accumulate money to become puffed up in this material world. This is one more dangerous thing. One should earn his livelihood easily and honestly. This is very much, fear that devotees gets once. Okay, we are earning so much and so much and so much. even though we are doing devotional service, we are not getting that understanding of how much to spend on our livelihood. You see, many devotees also, you see, they'll have big cars, big house, big. And when our property is big, when our house is big, and the expenses are also more. You have a big house, okay. When one have a big house, the expense is also more, right? If you have a big house, very big bungalow, duplex house, and he keeps normal chairs in the hall, it will be good. And table fan, very big house, 3 floors house, and keeping table fan in the hall. Does it look good? So when the house is big, when the properties are big, expenses are also more. You should have a nice sofa where you can not only sleep, you can roll also. You should have a nice fan, AC, no, centralized AC. So the expectations will become more. See, nowadays when you go see very big houses, you'll have a very spacious bedrooms, like a hall. And when you ask them where is puja room, they show very small, very small and beautiful, very small, somewhere hanged on the wall. We went to one person's house in Yeshwantpur. Such a big house. Their bedroom is bigger than this hall. Their washroom is half of this hall. At a time, around 120 persons can take bath. And many bedrooms are there, many ACs are there, sofas are there, everything is there. And I asked, Prabhuji, how many of you stay in this house? They told, my and my wife. And they told, Prabhuji, we have so big house, we sleep in hall only. 3-4 bedrooms are there, but we sleep in hall only. Literally, there is no altar. There is no altar. That's what. Puja room is not there. He is a lawyer actually. So, when we earn more, our expenses also will be more, and expectations also will be more. And that is the obstruction to our devotional service. Because even though we are devotees, even though we are chanting, even though we are here at Srimad Bhagavatam, we read Srimad Bhagavatam, we do devotional service, at the end of the day we are conditioned souls. At the end of the day, our mind gives the tricks. You do that, this. So we should live a very simple life. Very simple life, means I am not telling, okay, you sell everything and you sleep on the footpath. No. How much is required for your livelihood? You spend that much. Then you'll see the real happiness in the life. Many labors, when you go to some villages and the rural, they are very happy. They doesn't have the tension, stress. No, they'll work from morning to evening. They'll peacefully eat and sleep at the night. They are very peaceful because they are not expecting. Because they don't have anything to expect. Whatever they want to do is they should have 3 times food. For that they are struggling, so that they are very happy. We have money, we have fame, we have name, that's why we are not happy. And if we doesn't have anything, that is also problem. What we'll do if we have nothing? We don't have big house, we don't have car, then we'll work like a donkey. Yeah. So work, take morning shift, afternoon shift, night shift, do work for 24 hours, 22 hours, because by the end of this year, I want to get a house. By the end of this year, I want to buy a car. Having also problem, not having is also problem. Because others have, I don't have. Why others are rich? Why I am poor? That is your reactions that are acting from your past lives. Whatever reactions, that good or bad, according to that we'll have. We need not to expect. That's why here is telling, Lord will give whatever we want. There is nothing like we can demand the Lord. Lord will give us. Whatever Lord is given, be satisfied with that. Then you can peacefully sit and chant. Lord always gives best position to us. If one person is a beggar, it is his reactions of karma. If one is rich, it is his reaction of karma. That doesn't mean he have more knowledge and intelligence to earn. Many politicians doesn't even know how to speak English and they are so rich. Why? That is their karma. That is their karma, so that they are rich. Many know how to speak English, they are very knowledgeable, they are very intelligent, they are very educated, but they doesn't have a own house. They doesn't have a own car. Why? That is their karma. That are the reactions of their karma. You cannot change this, or you cannot stop this. You cannot change. Once it is done, it is done. That's it. You cannot change. But for better life, you should expect for a higher taste, not for the lower taste. See, if I give a bitter, what do you say? I know. Bitter God. I also don't know English. If I give a bitter God, and if you give a mango, which you will all choose? Mango. Bitter God chips are very nice, Prabhu. Of course, diabetes person will choose bitter God. So what generally we choose? Mango. Why? Out of 10, how much you will give for mango? 10 out of 10. How much out of 10? How much you will give for bitter gourd? So we are always anxious to get higher taste, searching for the higher taste. Keep one thing in mind, that there is no higher taste in this material world. Everything is bitter gourd. Everything. You touch money, it is a bitter gourd. You touch gold, it is a bitter gourd. Everything is a bitter gourd. You cannot expect, because Lord created like that. Lord created material world in such a way that people should become fed up. At least by then they will come to the lotus feet of the Lord. When material life squeezes us like anything and we are unable to take breath, at that time we will go to the lotus feet of the Lord. And that is one of the reasons. and then one of the way, one of the option. But once we understand the merciful Lord, we are not waiting till the point where material life squeezes us. When one is under the protection of the Lord, when he is one under the devotional of the Lord, he doesn't have fear. He doesn't have fear. Prahlad Maharaj was not afraid of snakes. Prahlad Maharaj was not afraid of fire. Prahlad Maharaj was not afraid of anything because he know the mercifulness of the Lord. At least we are in the middle of some pious persons, right? You see some pious persons in this Kyarpuram. Some pious persons will be there like us, all of you. People are living in between like that. But Prahlad Maharaj was not in the surroundings of pious people. Wherever you see, they'll be eating flesh. No, they are killing. All the demons. He was in the place where demons were there. Even we are there in the place where some pious people, some good people are there. But Prahlad, even in that situation, he did not fear. Why? Because he has that faith that Lord will protect. And he was not fearful of his father also. What his father told? If you chant the name of Lord Vishnu, I'll kill you. When we are chanting, and one person comes and hold knife on our neck and tell, if you will not stop chanting, I'll kill you. What we'll do? Throw the bead back. We are so fearful. Why we are not chanting? We are chanting. Yes, Prabhuji, I am chanting 16 rounds. You are chanting? You are not taking prasadam? Yes, I am taking prasadam of the Lord. You are taking association? Yes, Prabhuji. Are you fear? Yes, Prabhuji. So devotees will not have fear once they completely dependent on Krishna. You depend on Krishna. Whatever happens, I should have my own, I should progress, I should do my devotional services, whatever principles whatever my guru gave me orders or instructions I want to follow. Then automatically you will be fearless. When we read Bhagavad Gita for many years, we read Srimad Bhagavatam for many years, and if someone asks question, we'll be very fearful. What type of question they may ask? What if I don't know the answer? That's why whatever we read, whatever we hear, we should read properly. We should hear properly, so that at least it helps us for some times. Because people think if we do bhakti, we'll go away from modernity. And how is today's modernity? Many are doing suicides. Many are attempting suicide. Many are into the bad habits. In India, there are 77 crore people who are drinking cigarettes. How many? 77 crore people. Every year, 50 lakh crimes are happening in India. 50 lakh crimes. Where is the modernity? People tell with modernity we'll become so advanced. Yes, people are becoming so advanced in technology to use it for the wrong purpose. How this helps to progress? And one very thing that everyone is facing all over the world is, and research also tells, in another next 10 years, the greatest problem that we will have in this world is loneliness. Loneliness means you will have 500 friends on Facebook and Instagram, but you will not have one in your real life. That is a loneliness. And Ministry of UK, Ministry of no Egypt, or no Egypt, not some other country, they had made a new ministry called Ministry of Loneliness. They have a new ministry. You can search on YouTube or no Facebook, because loneliness has become an epidemic. It is epidemic. It is like corona. So very soon India also should have on the ministry like that. No? Because nowadays kids, no, you see, they don't speak to anyone. They don't speak. They don't know who are the relatives. They don't know who are their maternal side. They don't know who are their paternal side. They don't know. They'll ask, who is that? Who is that uncle? Who is this auntie who came to our house? You need to take your kids to the places where they learn something. Father and mother will go for a function and they leave their kids in our house. Father and mother will go for some trip and they leave their kids in the house. How they will learn? How they will come to know what is material life and what is how we face the problems here? No, they'll know. They're that's the way they become alone. You take your kids wherever you go, whenever you go, wherever you take them. You teach them how to interact with people. You teach them how to speak with the people. Most of the parents, no, they don't take their kids out. Any function, you be in a house, you study, will go and come. And what happens? That's what happens. And they go for one house for function, and the same person, they come to this house, and he don't know who is he. And the person asks, child, do you remember me? Do you know who I am? No, uncle, I don't know. Now, whose fault it is? Parents' fault. Parents' fault. So you should teach kids what is how to interact people. Okay, somehow. So factually, we have to take so many things from the world for our maintenance. So how can we stay? So here Prabhupada is telling some people, they say this world is false. The material world is false. It is just a human creation. So how we can say that it is false if we are utilizing everything and we are exploiting everything and we are saying it is fault? Or that doesn't work. And the last topic, so is a very much to tell. The sloka is very nice, but we have a sort of time. So enthusiastic. So all devotees, whoever do devotional service, should be enthusiastic to do their service. That's why I always emphasize, do the service which you like. Do the service which you like. Then you will have enthusiasm in that. Then you will have interest in that. If one devotee doesn't know how to cook and you send him to kitchen and you tell you cook, he cannot cook. He don't know how to do deity worship and you send him inside altar and you tell him you do deity worship. He cannot do. You do the service which you like. Even though it is a menial service, Krishna will accept it. There is no doubt in that. Okay, bro. Okay, cleaning service is a very menial service. Deity worship is a very prominent service. No. Whatever you do, very small service, or if you do also, Krishna will accept it. Swalpam apiyasya dharmasya. Little you do, Krishna will accept. Gradually that increases, that the service mood nature increases, then you will get the prominent services. So your guru will assign you the greater services later. So we will be very enthusiastic. Service means you should be ready. I'm not telling daily you come here, be here from morning 9 to evening 9 and do service. No, whenever you get time, you come here. Even though we are free at home, and if we are not coming, how we'll get enthusiastic? You come. When you have some work, you do 100%. You dedicate your work time to your work, office work, household work. You do complete everything, and if you have some time, come to temple and do service. Only by service you can please the devotees. Only by service you can please the Lord. If devotees are pleased, they will be helping you, they'll assist you, they'll guide you, they'll teach you, they make you perfect in the services. When Lord is pleased, then automatically the bhakti will grow like rapid fire. So enthusiastic is very much increased. Utsaha nischaya dhairya. Utsaha should be there. Nischaya, determination should be there. Dhairya, we should be very brave to do that service. You should not fear, okay, what others thinks if I do this service. When you go to other ISKCON temples, they will serve in a steel plates. Devotees will have prasadam and keep the plate and go. And the team of devotees will come and wash all the plates of the devotees, no prasadam plates. Okay, what if I wash the plates? That is not a very menial service, that is not a very great service. What people will think of me? Utsaha, Nishchaya, Dhairya, should be very brave that yes, I am doing the service of the Lord, I am doing the service of the devotees. Literally, you will be very happy if you serve devotees. You try this. I don't know how much happy we are serving in Lord, but when you serve a devotee, you will be very happy. Try this. You serve devotees. You ask them what they want. You do. You make them chant. You make them sing. You make them dance. You make them understand the philosophy. How much grateful they are to you. Whole life they will remember you. Okay, this so and so devotee helped me to chant. So and so devotee helped me to read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. They'll be very grateful to you for your whole life. And what else is required to progress in devotional life? So association is very, very important. And devotees association is very precious. Devotee is giving his time, his valuable time for us. He doesn't have 1,000 years. Okay, you have only 100 years. I'll help you in devotional service. You do and go. Later I'll come. No. Whatever lifespan we have, maybe less he would have. We don't know. But he is dedicating his time, valuable time, very precious time for us, for our benefit. We should utilize it very properly. And some may not utilize it also. There is one apartment in Mahadevpura. Every Thursday, I used to travel from here around, out of the Mahadev, around 10 kilometers. Every Thursday evening, I used to go in bike and to give class. Almost 1 year, I traveled. But nothing worked out. 1 year, every week, Thursday, spending 4-5 hours. How much time I lost? This time, if would have utilized in chanting or reading or another areas, I would have preached for some people. That's why if someone is giving their time, their spiritual time for us, we should be very grateful for that. The brahmacharis, they gave their whole life for us. They are working more than all of you. Your work is from only 9 to 5, but they don't have the timing for their work. They'll sleep at 2 o'clock, they'll wake up at 4 o'clock. Why they should so much? Why should they should take so much struggle? Why should they leave their job? Because a devotee is the one who can uplift the other person. Only devotee has that strength to uplift the conditioned soul. That dignity we have, that prosperity we have, that only devotee can lift. A very low grade person also, we can make him a great devotee. Only devotee has that power. That's why when we are devotees, we should try to preach whatever time we have. That may be half an hour, 1 hour. You do something which makes others progress in their spiritual life. So we ourselves should not waste time, and we should not waste others' time who are helping us in the spiritual life. Some may think, okay, Mataji or Prabhuji is telling class, okay, I'm going hearing. From last 10 years I'm hearing and nothing is changed. What is the use that you sit many hours and hundreds of hours and hearing? Some change in heart should be there. Because that person sacrificed many things for this class. He would have sacrificed his service. She would have sacrificed her service for the giving class. For preparing, she would have spent some more time. It's not easy to give a class. It is not easy to prepare for a class. If you want to give a class or if you want to deliver some topic, you should be perfect in that. For that, you need to do pre-arrangements. You need to prepare for that. To prepare, you need to take material, search for that, and many things will be there. So much time goes in that. Sitting here speaking 1 hour, for preparing it will take 12 to 14 hours to prepare for one class. Why to spend 14 hours, 12 hours to prepare for a class? Because at least in that 1 hour class, devotees take 1 point and benefit their life. That's it. 1 point. Not whole class, you do everything. 1 point from the class. And you become perfect in that 1 point. Then the time which I has spent will have some value. Sunday comes, literally we will be waiting for Sunday. Whenever Sunday comes, whenever Sunday program happens, whenever we sit here, chant, dance, eat prasadam, speak with the devotees, take their association. Literally when we are staying in center, whole week, the center will be full empty. Full empty. Center will be full empty. Either in office 1 person, this room 1 person, in hall 1 person. That's it. How we feel? And now hall is full with the devotees. We sing together, chant together, hear together, have prasadam together. How it will be? We'll be waiting for that program. That's why devotees association is not so cheap. We should be very grateful for all the devotees who are giving their association. Enthusiastically serve them, service of the Lord. depend on Krishna. Depend on Krishna. Do whatever work, depend on Krishna. Depend on your spiritual master. They will help, 100% they will help. They are here to help us, only to help us. They are not here to do some business or something. They are only for us. They have no other work than helping all of us. We should depend on them. Thank you. Any questions? We can, one or two we can take, or else we'll. Actually, this class is a very short time for me. Means I came to know that last few hours back only I came to know that to take the class. So if I couldn't deliver properly, so please forgive me, so that I'll prepare nicely next time, and pray for me so that at least whatever I'm speaking should be useful to other people and serve all the devotees to make them happy. Yesterday I was seeing Kirtan Mela. Everyone is happy. Everyone. Oh no, we see anyone's face, they're happy. That only happens in the association of devotees. We cannot expect anywhere else this kind of happiness. Our life will be like a amazing. That's why never leave association of devotees. Even when I go home, I cannot stay more than 2 days. I cannot stay. Even their devotees they're doing, but I cannot stay for more than 2 days. My parents, they call me so many times. You have holiday, you have leave, come. Literally, they called yesterday and told today to come. But so attached to devotees, so attached to center, so that we cannot leave so easily. The separation, all the devotees happily serving, happily having prasad, speaking. So nice. So we are all very fortunate to have this kind of arrangement in this peak time also. So you make use of it. Become nice devotees of the Lord. Become nice servants of the devotees. Lord will be very pleased by you. Prabhupada will be very pleased by you. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Yes, please. Neophyte devotee is one who started his spiritual life just now. Means who started coming to temple, who has started reading scriptures, started chanting, and a little bit understanding on the scriptures. He is a neophyte devotee. And for your information, we are all neophytes only. We are all neophytes. Even though we are initiated, even though we are for many years in ISKCON, we are all neophytes. We only know very point not 1% of the knowledge. There is many things to learn. Who is a pure devotee? Who himself surrendered to the Lord. Who actually acts how Lord wants us to act. is a pure devotee. To become a pure devotee is a very far from here. But at least we need to try to become devotee first, then pure devotee. First we'll try to become devotee, then pure devotee. Before becoming a devotee, first we'll try to become a human. First we'll become a human, then in that human we'll become a pious person. In that pious person we'll become a neophyte devotee, then we'll become a devotee, then we'll become a pure devotee. Now what is the thing we all need to do is, we need to try to become a human first. We need to discharge the duties of a human. We should act as a nature of a human. For that, we need to know how human life should be there. What is the purpose of human life? Then you will act as a human. And gradually, when you get a guru, you will become a neophyte devotee. Then, gradually you progress, then you will become a devotee. Then pure devotee. They are very far. We cannot even imagine. No? So at least let us try to become at least a neophyte devotee. We are all neophytes only. Then the pure devotion comes. Pure devotions we cannot even compare with us. That is something different where we cannot even imagine how the pure devotees lead a life. Pure devotees, they see Krishna in each and every atom of the universe. They see Krishna in each and every atom of the universe. And that is something different, so we can discuss any other time. So at least we'll try to become a neophyte devotee, learning small things, very new things, few shlokas, few mantras, and some transcendental knowledge that help us to progress. We'll all do that first, then we'll think of the next. Any other question? ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जगतगुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंद।
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Wonderful class. So, one key takeaway. So, మనందరము భగవంతునికి ఎలా సరెండర్ చేయాలంట? మొత్తానికి ఏం కావాలి? If you want to surrender to Krishna, what is the first thing we have to do? What? You should know familiar about Krishna. Once you familiar, what you are going to get? Once you తెలుసుకుంటే ఏమొస్తుంది next? Faith. So, మనకి నమ్మకం కలుగుతుంది. ఆయన భగవంతుడు, ఆయన దేవత శ్రీకృష్ణుడు. ఒకసారి